how do you, as the elder statesman, how do you think everyone's kind of handling suddenly that being thrust back into the attention?
I think we're doing a pretty good job of it. That's the one thing you got to worry about now is just guys getting satisfied. So, but I don't think we've seen any signs of that in practice or anything. Guys are still hungry. And, to be honest, from going up and down, I don't really know that a lot has changed about this team. I think we just, we've been the same team doing the same things throughout. We just kind of slowly getting better, slowly growing, like our young guys have slowly grown. But I don't think, a lot's really changed that much about who we are.
Time to find with Daniel.
You had some fun on Twitter after the game. We don't normally see that from you. Is that just kind of overflow of emotions after a big win?
No, I just got a lot of attention. You can say that, and I try to keep it respectful. I don't think I did anything disrespectful, especially towards Michigan State because they played a great game. But just having some fun with people that didn't necessarily know what they were talking about. So.
Rod?
In the same vein of addressing the success, a couple of guys said last year after reaching #1 that it was a little bit difficult for them to handle. Have you learned some things from that? Have you taken some things from that maybe last year to help you handle it a little bit differently this year, or is there any change at all?
I think that's something that we've been, learning from, continuously as a program. I think over these past few years we've kind of had that, back and forth, being the hunter versus the hunted kind of thing. We always go through these spells where it's up and down versus people count us out or keep people, hopping on the bandwagon. So I think we've over the years we've gotten better and better at just keeping it even keel, no matter what what people are saying, whether they're counting us out or whether they're hopping on. So that kind of just helps us with our approach, and it validates our approach even more. Just going day by day.
Back with Woody.
Jordan, what about the compressed schedule that's coming up? I mean, a lot of games, not a lot of practice time. How do you fall on that? Do you like it better with just games, or do you think this is a team that needs some practice time to go along with that?
I don't know. To be honest, there's a balance. With this team, with us playing well, you almost want to just be able to play games and not practice as much. But at the same time, it's going to be difficult, obviously for recovery, our bodies and things of that nature. And, we're playing a lot of good teams like that. So being able to transition from game to game, being able to, have our bodies recovered, being mature about that stuff is going to be key in this stretch coming up.
Go back to Brennan. When you talk about being the same team as a couple of months ago, and I guess some of the teams didn't go your way at the end, do you think maybe across the team that guys thought you could be this good? Or do you ever think that wavered at all at any point?
I don't think so. I don't think it did through our team. I don't think it did through our coaches. I think even when we lost the games we did, guys were still preaching the same things of how good we could be if we just kind of embrace some of the little things that go into winning games. And I think that as we started to learn and we had to take some of those losses to really see the magnitude of those little things and realize there are no little things. We had to take those losses to kind of help us get even more.
Right back to you, John.
Kind of following that, how much affirmation does that 8-day stretch at Wisconsin, Iowa, here, Michigan State give to in terms of confidence, especially for the younger guys?
Yeah, it just shows, our youth is not, is not anything that should be an excuse. We can play with anybody in the country, and especially when we commit to being great teammates. And going beyond just going to basketball, but to really defending hard and going after loose basketball and rebounding hard. When we do all those things, we can compete against any team in the country.
We'll take one more from Daniel.
Going back to some of those losses, how important were they, maybe even like the loss of Mitch, to kind of help especially the younger guys get them together, get a little bit of sense of urgency?
If nothing else, it kind of made us band together. We talked about the stretch, the stretches up and down. When people count us out, well, I think kind of people, counting us out and saying we couldn't do this and we couldn't do that. I think that kind of made everybody a little more hungry and probably pulled everybody a little